Hello Internet, my name is CP127 and welcome back to Minecraft Infdev. As usual with these episodes, it's the middle of the night. However, I've decided that I'm going to do a little bit of a new tradition of sorts, perhaps. Whether or not this will stick, can't say yet, but as you can see, all the wheat in this farm is fully grown. So, I'd say, as a new sort of first thing tradition, the first thing I will do now in every episode for a while is going to be to harvest all the wheat from the farm like this, and then replant the seeds, obviously, because if I don't, then I'm going to run out of... Because if I don't, it's all going to turn back into dirt, and that would be annoying. Well, this is going to be what I do at the start of every episode from now until sometime, from now until whenever I stop. No idea when that's going to be. So in this episode, I've decided that we're going to be starting work on a bridge from basically where we are, like our area, the house, if you will, all the way over to the area where the lighthouse is. And this is probably going to be a multi-episode project, I'll admit. It's probably going to last a few episodes. But I think it's going to be really good. I think it's something that, like, should be done, you know, I mean, if I'm being honest, I've been getting annoyed at how many, like, it is getting kind of impractical to just constantly be maneuvering sort of all throughout the terrain. And it would just be it would definitely be easier to just build a massive bridge across the lake. So today I'm going to be starting work on that in this particular episode. But first I'm going to start the farm. But first we're going to extend the farm again, like this. So we got 30 seeds, that's a lot of seeds, we can do a lot with that. So let's... Oh, and my hoe broke. Well, I guess we won't be doing that much with the seeds after all. Let's go and put these seeds in the storage room, which, as you may know from the previous episodes, has been renovated. And here, are you ready to see it? Ta-da! As you can see, it's way bigger, and it's still not fully finished. I'm probably at some point, I'm planning to sort of line the edges with chests. And also as well, there's wooden planks here because it turns out you cannot have chests back to back. So, kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So, there's that, and then... But overall, though, I think it's a massive improvement over the previous room, and I'm very much happy with this, you know, very happy with how this has turned out. And also as well, while we are doing our start of episode preparations, I might as well go over to, you guessed it, the windmill. And if we go to the windmill, we can craft all of this wheat we just harvested into bread. Yay! Alright, so let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is like 10, 8, 9, 20, 21. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna have to... Hold on. Okay, let's just do this. Just move some stuff into this chest for a minute while we need space. So yeah, I'm going to be building most of this bridge out of like cobblestone and probably regular stone as well, but mainly like cobblestone on the edges. You'll see what I mean by that in a bit, I think. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, I accidentally just wasted a piece of bread, but whatever. It's cool. It's cool. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, the bread chests are starting to fill up. We've actually got, like, bread in the chests now. This is good. And we can get a few more pieces in as well before we can... So, 1, 2, 3, 4... Okay, so we get 4 more pieces of bread in that chest, so that's pretty good. Alright, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay, so that's 4 pieces of bread in the chest, like, well, 4 more pieces. We now have over half a chest of bread. that's pretty good actually. Okay, so a zombie. So you are not allowed to be in this part of the world. This world is off limits to hostile mobs. Thank you very much. Thank you for your cooperation, sir. All right. Now, so in terms of where we're going to build it, I'm thinking it will go along here because I'm thinking I might have stuff in the middle of the lake, like a boat or something. So I kind of want to be able to still have space for that to sort of go across. Although I'm not sure. Gonna have to see how this goes. So first things first, I'm gonna finally remove this thing. I left this here just sort of as a bit of terrain generation, but I'm gonna have to remove some of it now, so that just so that I can like build the start of the bridge. I'm thinking this might be like a multiple towers kind of thing, like a bit like Tower Bridge in London, but made out of cobblestone and in Minecraft, I guess, is a good way to describe the idea I've got in mind. So, yeah, okay, so basically, if we start it here, then it will sort of finish up more, so I'm going to move it over a little bit, start it about here, and I'll start this off by digging where an inevitable path will need to go, so about here-ish. Okay, so in today's episode, I'm gonna spend most of the episode just sort of building a tower, sort of along the edge of the bridge. Well, not really, sort of to signify the start of the bridge, if you will. And that will sort of take up most of this episode, to be honest. I think. And then the next episode will actually sort of make a start on building across. And then the episode after that will be like finishing off the bridge, probably. I'm not too sure. This could take more episodes than I expected. No idea, really. I'm just ready to take the bull by the horns a little bit here and just get on with it. Alright, so gonna need a crafting table, so put one down there to craft more shovels, because I think I'm gonna need more shovels. Okay. So, I'm thinking the actual tower itself should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so if I just dig out all the... So if I just remove this section of grass around here to start with, that should save us some time. Well, I say save, like, it'll... I don't even know. Okay. So let's just remove this grass a little bit around here. Okay, that'll be enough. So... 1, 2... 1, 2... So 1, 2, 3... Okay, so 4. Alright, so 1, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, like that. So now so yeah, as you can see right here. So basically the first sort of little bit of the tower will be like this. There'll be ladders here that sort of go up into the tower itself, so that people can explore a little bit. But other than that, this section should be about that, so 3, okay. Like this. And it will become more apparent what this is. So like I said, it is supposed to be a tower. So the tower, basically, it'll be about 10, 15 blocks tall, maybe a little bit taller. And obviously it'll be like a kind of like the kind of things you'd see on the corner of a stereotypical castle. Especially at the top. So, yeah. Okay, so... again. Alright. So basically we just got to build up most of this, and so yeah, while I'm building this, I just want to I'm just going to talk about some stuff. It's mainly like, you know, the bridge itself. So obviously the bridge is going to go all the way across there. I'm thinking at some point, if not in this main building, like, of the bridge period, then perhaps later on when if I go back and, like, add on to some old stuff, basically the bridge will, I'm thinking it might have these massive arches that go underneath. That might be a cool idea, but I don't know if I'm actually going to do that or not. I might not, to be honest. Just gonna have to see how things go. Okay. So, yeah, just gonna have to see how things go on that one. Yeah. And also as well, it's like... So then... Yeah, and then, so also as well, like the bridge itself, like I said, the design of the bridge is gonna be sort of based on Tower Bridge a little bit, like the one in London. I say the one in London, like there's multiple versions of Tower Bridge. But that's ludicrous, right? There's not actually like multiple versions of Tower Bridge, right? Right? Anyway, so this first tower will sort of, and then basically once I've done this, considering how long this is, there's probably going to be another tower in the middle of the bridge, and then another tower on the very end of the bridge, essentially. Is probably how it's going to end up, I'm thinking. So if we just do this. Okay, so now I think I'm going to sort of... I've got these big window spaces. So I think at this point, if I start to just... got it. And basically I'm going to connect up the area, all four sides now. So yeah, going to connect all four sides of the sort of, you know, of the walls together. And then from there we just build up a little bit further until we get... So then from here we build up a couple more blocks. I'm going to say to here. I'm going to say this is the sort of roof point where we sort of put the ceiling on. I'll admit, it's not the best choice of block to build the entire tower out of. You know, it's all cobblestone. But the issue I have is that it would take ages and ages. It would take so long to craft, like, to smelt the amount of stone required to do it with just, like, stone as well. Would take so long. I probably would have to go, like, a month without uploading, to be honest. Now you can sort of see. Also as well, it gives the building a very, like a very classic Minecraft vibe. You know, it feels a bit more like something you guys could actually do. Like if you followed along, you could probably recreate this pretty well, I think, when it's done. That's actually kind of I will admit, that's kind of the beauty of old Minecraft. Like, you've got all this stuff. Like, you've got the very limited block palette does mean you have to get creative with some of your designs. You know, like the lighthouse is a good example of that, because you do have to get, like, really, really creative with your designs for it. Because if you don't, then, well, it's going to look very bad. Honestly, though, lighthouse is probably one of my favorite projects that I've done so far. Yeah. So I'm going to make some ladders now, and then that way I can traverse back up to where I was. You know, pretty basic stuff, really. It's funny how already, like, from down there, you can already see the start of the tower. It's quite imposing, even though it's fairly small at the moment. Like, yeah. Alright. Let's Oh my god, all these sheep spawned in this little pit. I need to take a moment to just get all the wool from this. I'm never too certain when or if, like, if or when I'm gonna need wool. So every time I see sheep, I just immediately, like, bop them. Based on the assumption that I'm gonna need wool in the future. It's kind of funny, actually, I think. Alright. I also have already forgotten that there was a crafting table right there. Yay! Alright. 5, 6, 7. Gonna need more than just a few ladders. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. 8 ladders. Put some lighting in. I've only got a couple torches. Alright, so from here, what I'm going to do is very careful. Okay, so if we do that, and that's sort of what we're going to try and that's what I'm going to try and do to build out the rest of it. A bit like this. So it'll be a bit like a little mini part. It'll be like part of a mini castle. Almost. Or at least that's what it will look like. It will look like a small, like a miniature castle almost. And that's sort of what I want it to look like, so we got a bridge out like this, put one there. One here. Like that. One there. And again. One, two. I placed that wrong. One there, one there. Alright. And there. Alright. Probably looks a bit silly at the moment. Because you can, like, fall off. In fact, I'm going to fill these gaps in here just because it can easily fall off, actually. So let's just do that now. And it also saves us some time because we don't have to inch out right to the edge so we can bridge across easy. So let's do that. Alright, 1, 2, 3. And I've run into a slight problem because I'm not doing it the right way. Wait, no, hang on. If I do this... That works too. Okay. Never mind. Problem solved. See, this is cool, because I also like the... See, everything I like the view from everything right now. And the view from here is a really good one, because you have, like, a view of... Because obviously, a lot of it is just... a lot of it is just me falling, apparently. So that's something to keep in mind, I guess. But, also as well... There we go. So it's like, you have a pretty good view of a lot of things. Like, you have a good view of the windmill, the observation tower, but also the lighthouse, and overall just the entire lake. You have a good view of all of it, and it's really cool to look at, actually, I think. So, yeah, I like me a good view. I like me a good view. Alright, so now that we've sort of built a it's a very basic tower, yeah, but I think it'll do for what we need it to do, which is be very basic. So now basically what we have to do is start bridging outwards. Like this. Which is easy at first, but once we get over the water it's going to be very hard. And it will be very, very annoying, and it will take a long time, I think. As you can see. So what I'm going to do, so basically, oh, and there we go, see, already I have fallen once. So basically, how the design of this bridge will work, it's going to be like this, and then In fact, no, I've done this wrong, have I? I'm not sure. No, I haven't. I think, actually, no, I actually like the idea of having 2 layers of cobblestone, but one's above. See, this, I'll admit, unlike the windmill where I sort of took screenshots in a creative world before deciding on, like, before building it, this is a project I must admit I don't have a set plan for, so anything could happen here, anything could go wrong. Like, if I fell now, I'm going to die. Because I'm going to hit the ground instead of the water. Instead of the water. Water. So, yeah. Alright. So, yeah, you can just see that, like, it's a little difficult, but I think I can make it work. So, basically, the idea is this entire outer section will be cobblestone, and then obviously you'll have the pillars. And then obviously I think there will be some form of pillars of some kind, although I don't know if I'm going to put that. Well, no, I will put that in the video, but like, I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. But like, there will be, or at least, or more, I don't know how fancy I'm going to make it. Because I could make it like really fancy, like arches, or I could make it like fairly simple, just like basic pillars. Okay, so 1, 2, so just continuing along. Oh, and so now I have to go all the way around because the area over here is too steep. Like, there's no way up here. I have to go all the way around to over here in order to actually, like, be able to get back up and continue working on the bridge. So there's the tower. Here's a better look at the tower now that it's finished. Again, it's very, very basic. Doesn't really... It's not really intended to hold a particular sort of grandeur to it. It's just sort of meant to be basic. I think to complement, like, because I think actually having the tower be really, really basic complements the sort of structure of the bridge a little better, I think, rather than having something really fancy. Maybe one day in the future I will probably go back and change it. Like, I can see myself, if this world, say, was upgraded to like beta 1.8 or whenever stone bricks were added, I could definitely see myself going back and replacing most of the cobblestone in that build with stone bricks. In fact, I probably will do that one day. Who knows? I certainly don't. I'm struggling to get this over the edge. Alright, there we go. Alright. And again. And again. And again. Okay, we just gotta keep going here. So, yeah, eventually, I think once I've built the majority of the bridge, I will sort of go back, try and find where I think the halfway point is, roughly, and, you know, build like build a tower in the middle. So, yeah. So, we just gotta keep building all the way across. In fact, I think what I'm probably gonna do is... Oh, no! There we go again. Hang on, how long have I been recording for? Okay, so at this point I've been recording for about 25 minutes, although I think I've cut a minute or two out. So at this point I'm going to say, considering that's what we've managed to do in 25 minutes, I'm going to say I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to continue to work on this off camera. And then in the next episode I will sort of finish the bridge, sort of do all the extra little details, and then in the third episode, I think will be like just finishing touches. And yeah, so that's sort of what I'm seeing for this build. At least I'm not too sure though. Could go anyway, really. But that said, that will be it for this video. So thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, then like, comment, subscribe. But you don't have to. And that being said, please watch the next episode, and I will see you there. Okay. Well, bye.